MSU is heading to Atlanta for the Peach Bowl.
I'm excited to perform and have the opportunity to twirl in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
A bus with no driver, would you still get on? Well, that's a question that might become reality for MSU students. That story coming up.
It's really heartwarming and it's an honor to be a part of kind of helping people sculpt themselves.
We'll take you to a Lansing salon where the mullet is making a comeback.
With finals week coming up, students are juggling the stress of exams while being in person for the first time in over a year.
The Reach Art Studio in Lansing held their 18th annual benefit this week. I will take you inside the studio next on Focal Point.
Coming up, I'll tell you about a new business here in DeWitt that's taking a twist on what goes in here.
Focal Point starts now.
Hello and good evening. I'm Chandra Fleming.
And I'm McCoy Scribner, and welcome to Focal Point.
We start with news about MSU football. After a 10-win season and a big win against Michigan, the Spartans are headed to a New Year's Six Bowl game.
That's right, Chandra. The team was selected to play in the Peach Bowl on December 30th in Atlanta.
Focal Point's Asia Lawrence is live on campus with the story. Asia?
Thanks, guys. We're live over the Red Cedar River in front of Spartan Stadium. As you know, most of us are winding down as the semester comes to an end, but that's not the case for almost 300 Michigan State students. The end of the fall semester, time to pack up. And that means a lot of instruments from the MSU marching band. Baritone locked up.
This past season has been absolutely amazing.
It's been a great journey, and I am very honored to be a part of this group for sure.
But their work here is not quite finished yet. This was their classroom, marching on this very field during the season. But the next time they'll be marching, it'll be in Georgia at the Peach Bowl.
We're excited to see a lot of green and white down in Atlanta in a couple weeks.
To travel across the country with 300 of my great friends, it's just going to be a lot of fun.
Michigan State plays Pittsburgh in Atlanta. The band will also play on that field too.
I feel like they really value our playing, and I feel like we do help them win.
The band has been putting in hours. And hours. Perfecting their sound and bringing something different to the table.
We're bringing an old book back, and so it's an exciting show with Elton John pieces and a few different others.
And the band members aren't the only ones who are excited for the big game.
Yeah, I'm going to the Peach Bowl.
Fans seem eager to see the Spartans in such a prestigious bowl game.
We're really well supported here at MSU. Everybody has a great appreciation for the band program.
They've supported the team all along. They go to the road games, so why not have them go to Atlanta, right? It's going to be a long bus ride, though.
It's getting closer to game day, and these musicians know it's special.
Very, very blessed and thankful to be able to have this opportunity, so we're excited.
I don't think I'd change any of it.
We are tremendously excited, and we're looking forward to the opportunity to perform once again.
That was the last practice before the band heads south, and it will be a real thrill to most of them considering that it will be their first bowl game performance. I'm here live at the Red Cedar River. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Asia. It has been almost 2 weeks since the tragic shooting at Oxford High School. Now, the families of the victims have filed two $100 million lawsuits against school officials. Attorney Jeffrey Feiger claimed that they had knowledge of the threat before the shooting. Prosecutors are now still looking into whether to file criminal charges against the district.
Meantime, MSU students here on campus honored the victims in a candlelight vigil. Students gathered around the words Oxford Strong and 4 lit candles at the MSU Rock on Tuesday evening, honoring the 4 lives lost in the school shooting. Those leading the vigil wanted the Oxford community to know that they are thinking about them. Among those in attendance were graduates of Oxford High School who now attend MSU. They spoke to the audience, shared stories of the victims, and encouraged change. 2021 Oxford graduate Janelle Gretsch wasn't expecting such a big turnout, but she and her classmates are grateful for the support during this tough time.
I really think it was a lovely thing that you guys have done for our community. I think everyone in Oxford really appreciates everyone coming together and really pushing for Oxford Strong.
Mental health resources are available for the MSU campus to those who may need it. Visit www.caps.msu.edu for more information.
It's unfortunate, but usually if a program gets cut because of budgets in schools, it's the arts. But the Reach Art Studio in Lansing gives people access to arts for those who may not have it. Focal Point's Riley Wolfbauer tells us the studio is holding a benefit this week to raise money.
They find their creativity here. For almost 20 years, people have walked into the Reach Art Studio looking for inspiration and left feeling like they were artists.
We are basically a nonprofit that provides art education and art class services to the community.
Ian Hawthorne works at the Reach Art Studio in Lansing, a place where budding artists of all ages find their talent.
We basically set our tuition on a sliding scale so that it's always affordable for whoever wants to take art classes.
Reach offers any type of art class students look for.
We offer a pretty wide variety between painting, drawing, clay wheels, fiber arts, performing arts.
The art studio is holding the Not So Silent Night benefit to raise funds for the studio. The silent auction features items like this and this. The benefit also features an art exhibit with pieces for sale.
It's really beneficial to us to have a year-end fundraiser to help just kind of raise awareness for Reach in the community.
All of the items for sale are done by local Lansing artists. The studio also wants to connect with more people through the benefit.
Going into next year to try and kind of share our services with them and, you know, enroll more people in art classes.
Reach hopes to get the support it needs from the community.
It's a great opportunity to support us, as well as get some art.
Reporting in Lansing, Riley Wolfbauer, Focal Point News.
If you are interested in supporting the studio, you can bid on the art in the gallery, but you have to hurry. The auction ends tomorrow.
Well, Trader Joe's is coming to the Meridian Township. The national specialty grocer will most likely break ground next year. Residents have been asking, hoping, and begging for the store to come here for years. There's even a Bring Trader Joe's to Lansing Facebook page with over 3,000 members. The grocery store will replace Golden Walk on Grand River directly across the street from Whole Foods. The Meridian Township Board of Appeals approved the site this week. Township trustee Dan Opsommer says he'll continue to work with Trader Joe's on its plan.
Across the region, we know that a lot of residents today are driving to Grand Rapids and Ann Arbor just so that they can shop at Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's has over 500 stores nationwide in 8 locations in Michigan. Have you ever had their dark chocolate peanut butter cups? So good.
I'm sorry, McCoy, but I have not. We can talk about that later. But coming up, student stress has been at an all-time high thanks to the pandemic, and now finals week. But we'll show you how a trip to the library might calm the nerves.
And have you seen it on campus? A bus that drives itself? It's been driving up and down Farm Lane. Really, we'll have that story.
You're looking at a live shot from Michigan State's campus of the Spartan statue. It looks like the rain is starting right now, so we will need umbrellas going into the weekend. I'm Riley Wolfbauer, and weather is next.
Life hasn't been the same since COVID. We all know that. The pandemic has affected each of our lives differently. Some have lost loved ones. Some have lost their jobs. Some have lost out on important milestones like graduation. Some really adds up to most. Most of us have been affected in some way with this pandemic. Stop the spread and mask up.
Mask up so I can travel. Mask up so I can go to tailgates.
Mask up so I can go to concerts. Mask up so I can see my family.
Mask up so we can live again.
Today's the last full day of the fall semesters and finals start next week. Having exams in person for the first time in over a year can be more stressful than in a normal year.
But the MSU Library has some ways to deal with the stress of finals. Focal Point's Molly Gundry takes us there.
Just a weekend away, and you can see it on their faces. Stress.
I have 3 exams and a paper.
Friday morning, most halls are quiet, but inside the library, there's cramming.
I'll probably spend around 12 hours studying.
Algorithms, and lots of tail wagging?
Yeah, we started doing it maybe 8 years ago, so it's been going on for a long time.
Students face a lot of stress, but it all seems to melt away when Sally the therapy dog makes a visit.
Basically, petting a dog relieves your stress. It brings your heartbeat down and your blood pressure down.
Senior Lucy Foguth felt her blood pressure go down.
So yesterday I went and pet the dogs at the library, and it was a good stress reliever. I love dogs, so that was really cool that they were able to do that.
And if students get too calm, you can re-energize outside. The Delight Women's Ministry set up shop with lots of coffee.
Every year, we just like to give people free Starbucks to help them power through final studying.
With classes being online for over a year, students are having to adjust to in-person exams.
So definitely transitioning back to in-person has been difficult.
It can sometimes be difficult and stressful, and that's why Sally's here for them. In East Lansing, I'm Molly Gundry, Focal Point News.
Miss Sally today, do not worry. She will be back Sunday through Tuesday from 1 p.m. to 3.
And therapy dogs can help students out a lot during a stressful week. But how about the weather? Riley Wolfbauer is standing by at the weather wall. Riley, what can you tell us?
Well, if cold weather stresses you, you are in luck. We are seeing some unseasonably warm days ahead. So let's take a look at the national weather. So I will start here in the northwest. We are seeing Portland with 44 degrees, and we have Los Angeles at 58. Then we have Phoenix at 60, and we'll move over to central United States with Dallas at 74. Miami is seeing warm weather as usual. We got 76 down in Miami. And then moving up to the northeast, we have 45 in New York and 39 in Boston. So now let's take a look at our regional map. Over in Minneapolis, we see 29 degrees and 59 down in Kansas City. Then moving down below Michigan, we have 54 in Indianapolis and 47 in Chicago. In Grand Rapids, they're seeing 41 degrees, and in Detroit, it is currently 44. Then moving over to Buffalo, we see 42 degrees. So now let's look at the current conditions. In East Lansing, it is just starting to rain right now. It's currently 43 degrees. It's also raining in Grand Rapids and Mount Pleasant as well, with cloudy skies in Detroit. It is 44. So let's look at our 7-day. We will be seeing rain Friday and Saturday, so get your umbrellas ready, but we will be blessed with sun Sunday and Monday. Our highest temp of the week will be 59 and rain on Wednesday. That is all I have for weather, so back to you guys at the desk.
All right, thank you, Riley. Well, even though rain may be coming soon, today was sunny outside all day. Great weather to walk to class, but there was still many taking the bus. You're probably familiar with those, but as Focal Point's Ian Gilmore shows us, there's a bus around campus that drives in a different direction.
At the Michigan State Pavilion today, the Winter Beef Classic.
We're here to compete with our steers.
They're a little old-fashioned here.
My friends that aren't into stuff call me all a bunch of old names and stuff. They think I'm some old guy or something.
But in the dirt parking lot, hidden behind cattle trailers, sits a brand new piece of cutting-edge technology.
The autonomous bus is the latest generation of innovation that we are seeing in the automotive industry.
One of the first and the largest autonomous buses in the country.
Yeah, it's the first full-size bus.
A bus with no driver.
This can take, up to like 22 or like 21.
Of course, the buses we know all have drivers.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Dan Unkefer has been in the bus business for a little while now.
Oh, yeah.
He's on Route 31 today.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah. It takes him along Farm Lane and makes a stop at the auditorium. just like the autonomous bus.
Yep, you're welcome.
The autonomous bus has been making test runs for months.
The bus is a generator of huge amounts of data.
It will have 600 tests before the first passenger steps on it. But that might not be enough for some regular bus riders.
If you saw a bus without a driver, would you still get on?
No, I would not.
That's a question that might not be hypothetical for much longer. Because this autonomous bus that you may have already seen around MSU's campus could be transporting passengers as early as January 17th. Some are hesitant.
No?
Yeah, I don't know, actually. I don't know.
Today, the bus is not scheduled for transportation. And that's probably a good thing because it might have had a hard time leaving the parking lot. In East Lansing, I'm Ian Gilmore, Focal Point News.
Ian said there was a cow that got loose that may have wanted to ride on the bus, but it will have to wait just a bit longer. January 17th is the earliest the bus may begin transporting passengers, human or cattle, on campus.
Good news for Okemos residents. The left turn signal on Grand River in Central Park will be activated tomorrow afternoon. The north and southbound traffic has increased over time. Officials say residents have complained about the traffic and demanded a change. The light was hung up earlier this year but has had black tarp on it. The intersection will be shut down tomorrow from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. for activation. The traffic light will elevate stress and smooth the flow of traffic.
Leg warmers, 80s hair, and mullets. One of these fashion statements is making a comeback right down the road at Bliss Salon in Lansing. But Focal Point's Isabella Martin found out that for one Lansing hairstylist, it's a lot more than just a cut.
Ready for you.
A typical Tuesday at work.
How you doing? How is it being famous?
But when Ashley Medina cuts hair at Bliss Salon in Lansing, Michigan, she has a worldwide audience.
My mullets are just good quality mullets in general.
For two reasons. She's helping mullets make a comeback. You know, short on the sides, long in the back.
Kind of like blending the business into the party section.
And because her haircuts have become a huge hit on TikTok.
Just keep running the same plays, but I just have different characters in each video, you know?
Ashley's busy with cutting hair. But the most exciting and gratifying part about this is that when she posts on TikTok, she gets millions of views. But it's not just about the views. It's about the fact that she's helping people.
That's my goal in life. That's like my duty. That is like why I'm here.
Her goal in life, the way she helps people, is by giving them confidence in themselves.
Because I feel like everyone deserves to be confident. Everyone is equal, and everyone has the power inside them to feel great. Look at that joy.
And that's what it's all about for Ashley, seeing joy in her clients.
It does make me really emotional, though, to think of people feeling so much happiness for these other people's happiness.
She's finding her clients come out of their shells.
It's just, people love to see the mullet shake.
I mean, a big burly guy like me coming into a boutique, I mean, she definitely made it comfortable for me.
A combination of scissors, razors, and her sharp wit. She thinks of herself as a performer, and each customer adds different flavor to her show.
Hard to imagine how many people I'm touching, how many people are touched by my work. Like, I see the number of followers, but I can't really grasp it.
Like Chad Fox, one of her most viral videos.
It was fun. It's fun to look through the comments.
Over 10 million views. Mullets aren't uncommon these days, but when Ashley sees one in the wild, walking down the street, she'll give them this special patch.
Lansing will always be home.
In Lansing, I'm Isabella Martin, Focal Point News.
Ashley told Isabella she'll be a guest stylist in Chicago next month, and I wonder if she'll hand out those mullet patches there. This semester is coming to a close, but holiday releases are just ramping up.
Focal Point's Molly Gundry has a look into these releases and the latest in fashion on campus for this week's Entertainment Minute.
We begin with Alec Baldwin in the tragic incident from the set of his new film, Rust. The director of photography, Helena Hutchins, was killed during filming of the scene. Baldwin pointed what he thought was an empty prop gun when it fired. Director Joel Souza was also wounded and hospitalized. In an exclusive interview with ABC News and anchor George Stephanopoulos, Baldwin dives deeper into what happened that day on set.
The gun was supposed to be empty. I was told I was handed an empty gun. When she went down, he went down, and he was screaming really loudly. And I thought, well, what is he screaming? What happened?
The 1-hour interview special is streaming now on Hulu, and a 2020 2-hour special event airs tonight on ABC. And 2 new movie premiere today. One that's a remake and one with MSU ties.
Tonight, the world is full of light.
West Side Story opens today in theaters, this time with Steven Spielberg directing. Forbidden love blossoms on the streets of New York City in 1957, but love leads to war between rivalry gangs, the Jets and the Sharks. The gangs fight for control of the streets, while the main characters fight for each other's hearts. Now, a little closer to home, Don't Look Up stars Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio as they play MSU astronomy professors. Yes, this MSU.
Dr. Mindy is a tenured professor of astronomy at Michigan State.
I'm sorry, did you say Michigan State?
Exactly. They have an excellent astronomy department.
You say so.
The two go on a media tour across the country to warn mankind about a comet that will destroy planet Earth.
Well, I can't destroy my ex-wife's house. Is that possible?
There's a 100% chance that we're all going to die.
The film has a star ensemble of Jonah Hill, Meryl Streep, Ariana Grande, and Timothy Chalamet. If you're looking for a study break from finals, these movies are perfect for you. West Side Story hits theaters today, and Don't Look Up is streaming on Netflix now. Go-go boots, fur coats, belt bottoms, and bright colors filled the Broad Art Museum this week for Vim Magazine's semi-annual launch. The disco theme party celebrated the fall release of the MSU Student Magazine. The gala featured a DJ, photo station, goodie bags, and some swag from Bubble influencers. Vim is the only magazine on campus that covers fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. This issue features articles about new age healing techniques, the importance of connection during COVID, and implicit bias in healthcare. The magazine started in 2010 and is published twice a year. You can check out a digital copy of the magazine at vimmagazinemsu.com. Print editions will be available soon. That's what's happening in entertainment this week. Live in the newsroom, I'm Molly Gundry.
And also in the newsroom, I'm Ian Gilmore with sports. I'll have all the details. Kenneth Walker III snubbed for the Heisman. He picked up a couple other awards, though. That and more coming up next in sports. Don't drink and scoot.
Don't drink and scooter. There's a safer way home.
Welcome back to Focal Point. I'm Ian Gilmore. On Thursday, MSU running back Kenneth Walker won 2 major awards in college football. Walker is the first Spartan to win the Doak Walker Award that's given to the nation's best running back. He also won the Walter Camp Award, which goes to the most outstanding player of the season. And Kenneth Walker and the rest of the MSU squad found out last week on Sunday that they're heading to the Peach Bowl, held at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. The Spartans will face Pitt on December 30th, and the team is ready for that trip down south.
I think it's the 9th time in the history of the school that the program has won 10 games, and we have an opportunity to get to 11. And so we're really excited about that.
We said we're excited to be participating in New Year's Six Bowl. We're looking forward to the opportunity to get to play against Pitt down in Atlanta in the Peach Bowl. We're excited about what's ahead of us and looking forward to wrap our season up here the right way.
That New Year's Six, it feels good. Like, it's weird to see like how big of a deal it kind of is. You know what I mean? I've never really thought that before, but now that, you know, we got picked for one, and it kind of feels pretty special.
From the football field to the hardwood, the Michigan State men's basketball team traveled to Minnesota on Wednesday to open the Big Ten season against the Golden Gophers. The barn in Minnesota was the location. Tyson Walker getting us started early. Doesn't score a lot, but he gets one early there. Gets the bucket, gets the foul. The left-hand layup is good. Now later, Malik Hall, a three in rhythm. That one's good. He doubles up Minnesota. Michigan State up 6. And how about the defense? Jaden Akins with the rejection. How good has the freshman been? Speaking of freshmen, Max Christie, if you give him 2 chances in a row like that, he's not missing the second one. Gabe Brown with another 3 right after as Michigan State goes on to win by 8. 75-67. The Spartans improved to 8-2 after beating Minnesota 75-67. They'll return to East Lansing to host Penn State on Saturday at 2 p.m. Let's switch over to the women's side now. The basketball team played their Big Ten home opener against the Fighting Illini Thursday night. However, the night was full of surprises as one top performer was a no-show. That meant that freshman guard Didi Hageman would get her first career start, and starting early. She gets the ball out wide here. The assist from Nia Clouden, and the 3 from Hageman goes down, feeling comfortable in her first ever start. Now 3 more points from Illinois guard Jada Peebles as the shot clock winds down. Illinois led by 3 after the first. Check out the ball movement here. They get it low to Tyre Parks. She was in foul trouble for most of the night, but gave up 10 points off the bench for MSU. Illinois not going away, though. The East Lansing native, Aaliyah Nye, knocks down 1, keeps Illinois in it. MSU was up by 1 after the third, but they pulled away in that fourth quarter. Nia Clouden hits the jumper. She was the second leading scorer, but Matilda Eck had a career night. 6 triples, including that one, and a high of 20 points as Michigan State went on to win by 15, 75-60.
We've had to kind of relook at some things when you have a departure like that and someone that played that kind of minutes. So we'll be all right. You know, we're just going to keep fighting and playing together. And, you know, I like our team. You know, I really do. It's just a good energy about them.
It can get a little tricky, but really we're just trying to stay focused on the schedule ahead. We're almost in the middle of the season, so it's just really next man up.
All that adversity, and Spartans still able to push through and capture a win after losing Eliza Winston. Winston started all 10 games this season and was the second leading scorer for the Spartans last year. It was reported on Thursday that she left the program effective immediately, and she's not even in the student database anymore. She's fully in that transfer portal. That's all for sports this week. I'm Ian Gilmore. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Ian. For tonight's Focal Point Friday finale, one local businesswoman found a way to keep people entertained in their homes during the pandemic.
Reagan Holgate is live and do it with that story. Reagan, what can you tell us?
Thank you, McCoy. This storefront opened a little over a month ago, and to say it's expanding quickly is quite the understatement. You can see these jars here behind me, and you can find them in 43 different stores throughout Michigan, Georgia, and Wisconsin. But how Nicolette Scarrett got here isn't that traditional.
Hi, how are you?
On the surface,
Now we're good to go.
it's your average small town.
Cookies!
The downtown barbershop has been here for 91 years.
These are the people who initially supported me.
But walk down a block and you'll find the newest twist here in DeWitt.
I wanted to give it a try making them myself.
What started out as a fundraiser for a child with cancer is now a storefront on Main Street.
It blows my mind even today still of how far we've come in 10 months.
But for Nicolette Scarrett, the idea to start this company was like a dream.
I couldn't sleep one night, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I think I should start a business.
Yes, that did actually happen.
Twisted Craft Cocktails was born. She knew the demand was big.
I like the fact that I don't feel like it was forced at all. I feel like it's very organic.
All of the ingredients in a jar, except the alcohol for an infused cocktail.
They just have to add their favorite liquor, stick them in the fridge for 3 days.
You would think if you start a cocktail company, you like alcohol, right? Just the opposite, actually.
Crazy, but I barely drink.
But her husband Jeff does.
Yes.
He's been coined the official taste tester.
It's the best part of the business.
But really, he's just here to support his wife.
So I've always thought that Nicolette would be very good at this, and I couldn't be more proud of her.
He's 100% behind me.
The reason for her success? People keep telling other people.
The majority of what we've created has been
people telling their friends, telling their family, giving it as gifts, and the other family coming back for more.
And it's keeping her busy.
I'm too busy to drink anyways, for real, but.
And I'm here with Nicolette right now. And Nicolette, you have to have a favorite flavor, and you have it right here. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yes, Paradise Punch is my favorite flavor. I like it. It has the pineapple, dried cherries, and oranges in it. I like to fill it with Myers dark rum and mix it with pineapple juice. It kind of tastes like a Mai Tai. It reminds me of being on a tropical island.
And if our viewers want to see your jars or maybe just get in contact with you, where can they do that?
The new store is opened at 126 East Main Street in downtown DeWitt. And if you can't make it in, you can always shop online at twistedcraftcocktails.com.
Well, thank you so much, Nicolette, and we wish you all the best this busy holiday season.
Thank you.
Live here in DeWitt, I'm Reagan Holgate for Focal Point News. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Reagan. That sounds delicious. I'm going to have to try me some.
Yeah, well, I got to wait another 4 months until I can try some, but that's all for Focal Point News tonight. I'm McCoy Scribner.
And I'm Chandra Fleming. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you next time. Merry Christmas.